All right. All right. I haven't been on in a while. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Hi, Jackie B. So I haven't been on. I know. it's been one of those years, but that's okay because it's going to be. I am going to the beach next month, and I'm taking you with me. And I've got all these new cameras I'm trying to figure out how to use, which is one of the reasons I'm not on. So I've got the Insta 360, and I'm trying to figure out like microphones and things. So there's going to be four nights at the beach in September. So there needs to be some YouTubing on the trip. So I'm going to try to walk around with cameras and do it up, unlike I did the last time, which was with my iPhone, and that just wasn't. It was kind of weird. So yeah, all those videos are gone too. Okay. Anyway, happy summer. Hope everyone's had a good time, a good year. I know it's rough out there. Hi, Jackie B, Rose Blue. Hi, Carolyn Porterfield Maxey. I remember you from my old channel. I think you were on once in a while. Welcome. Yes, yes, I am taking your questions. And today's political live, and we'll go for as long as we need to go since I haven't been around. So I will stay on as long as you want to ask questions. And I have some of my own, of course, just in case nobody showed up. I needed to be ready. So, yeah, sort of feeling better. Now, a little bit about what's going on. Okay, so everything's, I'm sorry for my hair, it needs to be cut. I'm in A readings. So I live like, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes outside of DC. Oh, yes. Thank you, Carolyn. Yes, I'm still kind of Inquisitive Tarot down here. I haven't quite let go of it. I like Inquisitive Tarot. And I've been debating whether I should just go back to my old name, but that's another story. I am still a medium, but I haven't been using it. So I feel kind of not authentic at the moment, but that's okay. But I have stories about that too, which maybe I should open up with that first. I haven't planned this, so this is not coming out very well. All right. Okay. For spiritual things happening around me, I'm going to open with this. Let's just calm the energy a little bit. So in my garage, I got this garage door camera. So I can see if the garage door opens, if there's anybody outside or something, and that kind of thing on my phone. So occasionally I go and I check on it at night when I'm going to bed. I'll look and just to double check, make sure that it hasn't opened yet. Because if I take the watch off, I won't get a notification. So one night I had to go downstairs because there was a spider making a web in front of the camera. So I went down with my long duster thing and knocked it out. And I didn't bring it back in the house because I don't know if the spider is still on it. So I kind of, okay, I'll grab your question. So I kind of like leaned it up by the door. And I went back upstairs and I turned on the camera again. And I waited a little bit just to see what's going on if the spider came back. And I hear what sounds like the duster falling over. And I'm like, that's so good. I'm like, of course it did, because it's got a fluffy end and whatever. Well, I go downstairs in the morning and it has not fallen over. And I'm going, okay, that's weird. And I've kind of noticed weird noises in there when I do listen to it. And then the other night it wasn't the duster. I just kind of just looked in on it and I just kind of listened because I'm always wondering. I always have this sense there's something going on in my garage and I don't know why. And I heard something else fall. And the next day I go down, I inspect it. Nothing's out of place. It's nighttime. I'm thinking, is there somebody outside? But everyone's home. I can hear when there's noises outside. So it was very odd. So I don't know. There's some strange goings on in my garage that I have to further investigate. I don't know if it's a spirit yet or not. It hasn't come clear yet. But anyway, all right. So that's my kind of weird story for the week. All right. Now back to the politics. So I was starting to tell you about that I live outside of DC. So my younger sister lives in DC and I'm keeping them anonymous. I don't want them getting involved. And my niece also goes to college in DC. And I asked them, I was like, is there anything, I mean, have you seen anything? Because I know they're nonplussed about the National Guard and everything being down there. They're not really happy about it. But I mean, they're just like, this is absolute nonsense. There's nothing wrong with DC. So for me today, it was between driving down to DC and just checking out what's going on, bringing the cameras and all that stuff, which I better put back. Doing that. But yesterday it was really hot because yesterday it was my sister's birthday. So we were downtown for that. It was very hot. And I opted to come on and here instead. But so I don't know. People around here are just kind of like, no, this really isn't necessary. Although there are some frumpers that do believe it's fine because they're completely out of touch. All right. Anyway, I guess we should get on to some questions. Enough rambling on for me for 6 minutes. I'm trying to keep it lower so we can get going. But I want to thank everyone for showing up and staying subscribed. I know I haven't been on for like a month. I lost 24 subscribers or something. I'm not upset about it because it's kind of my own fault. So it's just, we'll just get going. And I just want to get back in here. And I've been wanting to come back. So I have. All right. So before I get going, let me just see what you're saying in here. And then we'll start reading. I do have the camera above. So it is here. We do, whoops, wrong view. Wait a minute. See, StreamYard is all. Okay. Hi, Jackie B. All right. We've got Rose Blue. We've got Carolyn Porterfield Maxie. Welcome. I'm glad to have you back. Hi, Monet Readings. Yes, I appreciate that. Yes, I'm trying to remember who was where. And okay, at the old channel. And Monet Reading says she's got a cat. I'm not sure. Yes, I did have a cat long ago. But that's not like Cassie. She wouldn't be knocking stuff over. She used to just sit on my spiral staircase. We used to have the battle of the tail in the morning before I'd go off to work. Like, touch it, and she'd whack me. It was fun. I miss her. Best cat ever. All right. Yes. Thank you. Happy birthday to my sister. Okay. Oh, yes. I saw this. Rose Blue. Okay. So having had worked in the government for 34 years and travel, I did a little bit of local travel, not a whole lot, but it was never a good thing to take your laptop and print stuff on a public printer, even if your job, like I was not top secret or anything, but you just don't. So I don't know. It's just really stupid. And then just to leave it there. So, I mean, I remember that's okay, Carolyn. I'll take your question. Don't worry about that. You're good. You don't have to repeat it. Okay. I am trying to grab your questions. So, even when I was still working, I think it was like 2020. Yes. No, 2019, when we were still in the office, I was working on a new contract for the office that I was working in. And I was having to print out on the public printer, and we have contractors in the office. Okay. So my draft statement of work was coming. I had to print it. I didn't have a printer at my desk at the time. After that, I got one. But these contractors started printing stuff off, and my draft statement of work is there. And their stuff was coming out in the middle of my contract. And I'm thinking, oh, this is just great, And I got really upset about that because we can't give contractors, or we're not supposed to give people an edge. It was supposed to be fair, but I didn't want them running around with pieces of my statement of work and talking to the other contractors and going, oh, they're about to compete this. So, it's just not, you have to be careful even in the office, let alone a hotel. So stupid. Anyway. All right. So I got my We the People, No Kings in America t-shirt on today because I was unsuccessful finding a protest, even though there were some around me. There was one in my town, but I didn't want to do that one. All right. Anyway, so I put it back on. All right. Well, let's get in with the questions. Enough of my yammering for 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Okay. So you guys are so patient with me. All right. I'm going to start with some of your questions first because I have a tendency to get into mine. You've asked yours, and then Oh, this one. Will he try to commute Ghislaine Maxwell's sentence? Okay. Well, I think that one actually, there's peril for him if he does that. I mean, just off the bat, my own thoughts personally, and it'd be interesting. We can read on it. Let's see what's going on. But I don't think he will. All right, I've changed the cards around a little bit. I'm going to go with the modern tarot. I haven't used this in a while. So, and for the beach trip, I'm going to bring other camera stuff and different cards. So I've got a little table in the room, so I'm going to utilize it. We're going to do real YouTube on this trip because I want to. There's nothing to do in my hotel. There's no restaurants. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to need to keep occupied when I'm not out and about. So I think we'll at least do one night for sure. Could be 2 nights or a daytime thing. All right, let's see. I got rose blue. And yes, with the political readings, you can ask more than one question. So, love to hear my stories. Oh, thank you. We were proud of our work, Carolyn. I was very proud of what my agency did. And another sister agency just got shot up in Atlanta. CDC got shot. And, oh yeah, on that, because I don't know how long RFK Jr. is going to last, but he's really was crappy in his response. I do follow what's going on at HHS because that was where I worked. The agency, I'm still not comfortable mentioning yet. They're still holding our PMAP awards from 2024, which has nothing to do with this regime. All right. But yeah, I was very proud of the work that we did and how many lives we did save. Yeah, it's not perfect. Government's not perfect. There are mistakes. It's run by humans, not the Illuminati or anybody else. It's run by human beings who have to make decisions and do lessons learned and figure out what's going on. So, I mean, I just get upset with how we get bashed. I am a retiree now, but they're still my peeps. Federal workers, babe. Fork off. All right. All right. Back to the question. Is he going to pardon Ghislaine? Ooh, we have the devil. Knight of Wands. Couple of knights in here. All right. Yeah, it's a little tight. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Queen of Swords. So this is all about a lot of chaos. I think that they're still trying to, I mean, it's one of those things. I don't think he wants to get into that because again, it just makes me feel like that type of chaos is just going to keep the attention on the Trumpstein files. Yes. And I'm still calling it the Trumpstein files because it is. All right. And we have the devil. All right. So this is sort of that addictive kind of energy, that holding on, like, I don't. So it's weird because I'm feeling like that's more her. It's like she's still trying to game. She is trying to game the system. She is. Yes, it does admit guilt. If you take a pardon, you are admitting that you're guilty. That is true, Rose Blue. Wait, I have to do something really quick before I forget about it. Oh, whoops. Okay, sorry about that. I'm out of practice. All right, Carolyn, you are a moderator. All right, thank you. All right, so yeah, I do feel like it's about her gaming the system and keeping chaos. And that's also, it's kind of like, it's like a Trump Ghislaine Maxwell energy. It's weird. It's like the two of them. We have the Knight of Wands in the middle here. And this is sort of like there's, okay, it's sort of, yeah, for her, she definitely she'd like a pardon. She gaming the system over here, trying to get them to, if she stays quiet, you know, they should reward her. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow moving. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere right now. It doesn't really feel like it's going to go anywhere. And yeah, there's an issue. They're not feeling really positive about it. It's that self-confidence card, that walking away, that giving up and just leaving, even though things are not that great. Yes, they have blackmail on each other. Yeah, I'm going to add you to Jackie B. Once I find the right thing. Okay. Whoops. This one. Right. I have to remoderate the crew. Okay. So I have the all right, we got the 7 of Wands. I'm too distracted here. I apologize, guys. So yeah, so it's the valiant effort. I mean, in her mind, let's just pull the rest of them. King of Pentacles and Judgment. Okay. So yes, so this is all about those decisions and things, and it's just kind of like I know they're talking about it. I don't know what crazy Todd Blanche did when he went in there. And, they're trying to keep, Taco up on top, trying to keep him up on top. King of Pentacles over here. But it's just kind of like this whole area over here is like public sentiment and the gaming of the system and everything that they're trying to do with the pardoning and commuting. You're asking commute. Okay. But I think there's going to be political blowback on that. There's going to be blowback. But there is judgment in here. And all right, let's see if we can get a little bit out about that. Possibilities. And again, it's about with this crew, with this regime, it's all about stealing things, So, I mean, this card, I mean, it's possible it could be done quietly. It could be done quietly. Page of Wands, helpful information. All right, I'm going to pendulum this. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to use a pendulum to get a yes or no, because this is not, it feels like it's not clear, at least with what I've got. And even in my own spidey sense, I don't feel like it. Okay, I just pulled this guy out. All right, I'm going to bring me back over here. All right. Yes, Rose Blue. Rose Blue's got all the questions. All right, let's see. Will he try to commute Ghislaine's sentence? Okay. Search position. All right. Yes or no? Tell me the truth, only the truth, and not what I want to hear. Because then it's not really a reading. It's really wound. Waiting for it to settle down. It's going in the maybe. And now it's moving into the circle. It's moving into a no. It's erratic. It's very erratic. It's kind of like, the question is still out there for it. Like he's considering it, but then it's a no. It's kind of a strong no. And that there could be some blow. I think there's going to be a lot of blowback. So, all right. Let me just check and see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. That's one of my questions in there. Yes, she won't admit guilt to receive a pardon. It could be sentencing. Sentence is finished. Okay. Thank you for that, Rose Blue. All right. Yes, he is erratic. Yes. I'm trying to make sure, at least on 2.0, I'm trying to follow your chat a little closely too, because that is really important. All right, let me get rid of that one. Okay. All right, so Carolyn is asking a question. She'd like to know if will more reasonable R's in the Senate begin to stand up for democracy? Will they send support to Ukraine? Okay, here's also what I believe is that most Republicans want to support Ukraine, but everybody's afraid of the taco, which is obnoxious and stupid, and they all capitulate. But let's go ahead and let's see what the cards say. I'm going to use old school tarot. If I can get this over here. Move. Okay. Yeah, one thing with the trip to the beach, I'm not going to have the overhead cam. So I'm going to mess around with a Insta360 too, though, and see if I can have. I am bringing a tripod, but I'm going to see if there's something I can do. Not this one. This is the big heavy one. All right, let's get these guys shuffled since the last time we used them. Yes, he has withheld. He's just doing everything illegal. It's like the way things are supposed to work. It is not anymore. It's just not working correctly. Oh, really? A Russian military vehicle is flying the Russian flag and the American flag? Oh, come on. All right. All right. Let's see if the... well, they're MAGA now, as far as I'm concerned. They're not even Republicans anymore. That's not the party I belong to. And the parties have completely switched sides. And I think I relate more to the Democrats. I do, actually. I've been reading against ours since 2021. And actually, personally, before that. So I do not have any love for the taco whatsoever. Nothing he does will ever be good. All right. I don't believe. He doesn't have it in him. All right. Empress. So here's that, relating thing. Okay. So occasionally we hear them on TV saying, oh, we need to be supporting Ukraine and we need to do blah, blah, blah. And they say the right things, but they don't really follow through. Okay. So with the hanged boy, it feels like somebody has to make a sacrifice in order to follow through on that. I need to move this. I need to move the stone out of the way over here. He's like in the way. Okay. I just have to move back. My cards are okay. He's room for the cards. All right. So yeah, so for them, it's like you make a sacrifice if you go out there and you say what really needs to be done. They're just unable to do the right thing, Four of Pentacles. And I love this. This one's very angry over here. He's very angry. He wants to hold on to his money, which is, of course, they also want to do. But then with the Ace of Swords in here, and this is a victory card. But when I see the sword with this question, I mean, to me, all they've been doing is slashing services that we all need. And it feels like they're just going to continue doing the stuff like overall that Taka wants to do. And with the Seven of Swords, this one's depicting a thief. Pretty much. So it just feels like there's going to be more thievery going on. It doesn't, I don't know that they're going to come out of it. But I definitely want to read on what the Democrats are doing. A different take on it. Wait a minute. Oh, Ronnie Jackson. Ugh, morons are us. Five of Pentacles. If they stand up, they're out. Pretty much. Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So we have that kind of like, if you go against the taco, they're going to kick you out. I know it is discouraging. Knight of Swords, and this is my warning card. So they do, like, if they want to step out, they do get yelled at, which is pathetic. It's like, why are you going to get elected if you're not going to go out there and do the job? Why? Because it's not the feds who weren't working. It's the legislative branch. The executive branch worked before everything got dismantled. It's the legislative branch. They're the ones who don't work. Okay. Well, I would say more of the GOP because they absolutely do nothing. The Democrats are trying. They are. I'm going to give them credit. All right. Nine of Cups over here. So it's the insolence kind of thing. Like they're just going to keep doing the BS. I just feel like they're not coming out of this anytime soon. And the cards are telling me the same thing. But it's telling me, I was hoping it would read differently, but it's not to me. Queen of Wands. Okay, inspiration. Somebody has to come up with a really good idea of how to get out from underneath it. Yes, stand up to the bully. Exactly. So I don't know. Somebody has to get some great ideas of how to stand back and implement it. So, because what's going on just doesn't cut it. So I know it's very pathetic. It's embarrassing what they're doing now, and how they're capitulating to him, and just, it just doesn't matter. It's like whatever the country stands for to them, it just doesn't matter. We're going to do what the taco says. They're sheep. And they're not good sheep. They're wolves. Okay. And they're not even in sheep. They're not even trying to look like sheep. They're just wolves. All right. All right. Let's see what we have in comments before I get back in there with another question. Okay. And Carolyn's saying, saw a tweet that a Russian military vehicle is flying the Russian flag and the American flag. Oh, yeah. And I want to talk about this Alaska/Russia thing, too. We're going to try to get into that. It's not on my list, but remind me. Okay. And then Rose Blue saying, my rep is Dr. Ronnie Jackson. Thumbs down to him. Okay. My city only got added to his district 2 years ago. I don't know how they did it. My county is a different rep. It's like a line along the highway with a circle at the end. District 13 in Texas. Oh, Rose Blue, I'm sorry. It's discouraging. Okay. AWOL to 25 counties. Oh, wow. Gosh, Rose Blue. Yes. Monet Reading says they're in a cult and they can't go against their dear leader. They won't until the fear of him is gone. Exactly. And for entertainment purposes only. But you got to cut the head off the snake. So I'm not talking literally. Okay. So country over party. That's right. Country over party. Okay. Yes. That's what I was afraid he was going to do, Rose, was trade. New trade route around Alaska. Well, I was actually afraid he was going to try to give Alaska back, although he doesn't have the authority to do it. But half of the stuff he does, he doesn't have the authority to do. All right. Got your question, Jackie B. All right. Let's go to some other starred ones in here. Okay. I'm still holding some other ones in here. Okay. Okay. I forget. I'm not sure what the one question is for. I'll pull it up later. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Jackie's question, then I'm going to get into mine. Okay. So I've got some on the DC takeover, the Trumpstein files, Texas Newsom takes on the taco. We've got to talk about that. I'm loving it. Okay. What's happening today with the world leaders, Taco and Putin, MAGA Civil War, MTG, FedGov. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about that one. I'll do that one after this one. I've got one that's a federal employee thing I want to do because it is still the Fed corner here. Okay. How is the job market by this fall? Well, there's a lot of people out of work now around these parts. So for sure, I'm sure the rest of you, because of what's going on. All right. I'm really glad everybody. Whoops. What's that? I almost did something in this. They've changed StreamYard since I was in here. They changed it again. So I've got to quit being away so long because I come back and it's all rearranged. And I got to get better at utilizing everything. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. All right. And I am paying attention. One thing I did like the StreamYard did is it allowed me to have a dark background. So now my face isn't so bright because of the white. So it does help. All right. Let's see how the job market's going to be this fall. So yes, you may all ask your questions. And once you've subscribed, please stay subscribed. I know I'm kind of like slow. I think when I posted all of those old videos I had of deck walkthroughs from 2021, 22, I think it turned some people off, but I'm not going to be doing a lot of that right now. Those are just reposts of old videos. Hi, Pegasus. All right. How's the job market going to be? Ooh, that's not a good start to this reading. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Whoops. Uh, uh, uh. All right. Well, when we're losing jobs and there's tariffs and their business is more expensive, it can create a problem. No, I'm no economist, and I never tried to be one. So, and it was never doing accounting and things like that. So I'm going to do the best I can to try and interpret this the way my brain understands it. Okay. So yeah, right now it's not looking good. I'm sorry for the glare. We've got the good old 5 of Cups over here. And yes, there's some loss in here going on. But I mean, this again, this card is good news, and it's a money card, right? He's holding up a coin, a pentacle. So it just feels like, I guess the way I'm looking at this reading just overall is sort of it's like the market's going to do different things. Like it's sort of a wave is what I'm kind of getting from it. I know nothing about any of this. So it could be completely wrong. I'm human. So I'm not an economist. I don't know. It just feels like there's ups and downs in this. It's like right here, it's down. Things are not looking good. There may be a situation where maybe some portions of the market are going to do better than others, and that some will have successes. But this is action also with the wand, like fire action. Hi, Moonchild. Hi, Pegasus. So we also have a collaboration card. So maybe there's an opportunity for some businesses to kind of get like together and partnerships that can maybe help. I mean, I don't know. If you're creative and you own a business, maybe there's someone you need to, I don't know, partner with in order to bring your. So if they can make more money, they can hire more people. I think, I don't know. But then we have the 10 of Swords. So there is definitely a loss. There is some loss still on the horizon because Taco, people can't, and from what I understand, people don't know what he's going to do. He's so erratic. And he's always like, I don't know, we'll find out in 2 weeks, or some kind of stupid, whatever he does. But it's just, I don't know. He's very, nobody really knows how to read because he's mercurial and he just does whatever he feels like. Okay, we've got, that is a defeat. We have, the decisions, and we have a lot of activation. So I think it could just be based on, I mean, I don't know how these crazy tariffs are making everything more expensive. And I believe even the businesses, the people that would hire more employees. So their cost to do business is becoming more because of tariffs. So it was like that. I saw a video there was this one MAGA dude that was all like, oh, the prices, Amazon was going to add numbers on their stuff about what you're paying extra. And he was whining about it, but then his business started to get hit. And so what they're saying is, even though it's made in America, there's still machinery, there's still stuff that you're using to create your product that's made elsewhere. Oh, yes, I am. Well, I'm here, Moonchild. I am Sheilah. You're here. So, okay. Oh, you mean the other Sheilah? Yes. Well, all right, so it just feels like, because there's a lot involved. So decisions have to be made. They're going to have to make good business decisions and how they're going to produce whatever they produce so that they can hire. So for me, I feel like this is a lot on the business owners end of it and how they're going to pay for or be able to hire employees. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot going on there. We'll have to watch that a little closer. So, or closely to see what happens. Oh, me. You're not late. I've only been on for 34 minutes, and I spent the first, 10 minutes talking about other stuff. So, no, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And I have a lot to read on, so I'll be here for a little bit. So I'm taking your questions, you guys, as well as my own. But I want to go to my next question, which, okay, this is for the feds, if there are any federal employees who will be watching this. So it appears that the the FEVS survey, there's a survey that they would have all of us take part in, which I always hated. It's called the Federal Employees Viewpoint Survey. And so this year, since they fired everybody, they riffed everyone and screwed everybody in performance awards. Me, I want my money. And they're just, taking away unions. They're taking away civil rights. The equal employment opportunity offices, the civil rights offices are being closed. They're starting to bring some back, I'm hearing. But so there's a reason they do not want to. Hi, Daniel Martin. There's a reason they do not want to put the survey out, because everybody's pissed off and terrified at the moment. So they're not going to get good responses. So I've been following Reddit since I left. And apparently, I forget, I think it's OPM. There's a dirty little secret, because they tell all the employees that they can't trace it back to you. But they're saying that, yes, they can, which of course they can. It's on a computer. So they apparently have a spreadsheet where they can crosswalk everything. So if you are an employee still there, knowing that, don't take the survey anyways. Just forget it. So I don't know. Anyway, it's all stupid. Okay, what was I going to read on that? I want to check. Okay, you're asking about a government shutdown. Yep, Aldi had my household goods, as Teresa saying. Made in China, completely empty. Yep. All right. I want to look at the, you know what? I don't even need to read on it. I know why. All right, never mind. Oh, one other thing on the government I want to mention. I don't know. I'm going to read on this one. I'm just in a talking mood at the moment. I'm going to go back to the questions in a second. So for federal employees who are now going to be applying to jobs at usajobs.gov, Taco has got stupid mandatory questions that they have to ask, and they're political questions. So I was also following this on Reddit, and they showed the questions, and they're like, how would you like to do his agenda? Well, if you're applying for a job that might be administrative in nature, or an IT specialist or something, which is what I was, your job doesn't entail his political stuff. You're just you're keeping the lights on, you're doing your job. But so the thing is, response is 200 words or less. Of course, my comment in there was, well, I guess you could use a one-word answer. You can answer it 200 words or less. I'm like, seriously? I'd be like, stupid. You could just but then you don't do it if you don't want that job. That's all I can say. Anyway, all right. Well, enough about that. Oh, you were a statistician? All right, let's get back to, okay. And Moone is saying, pretty sure. Yes. Well, I don't know if it had links necessarily, but oh yeah, it did have, I know what you're saying. Individual links. Yes, they had one that was just sent to you and you couldn't copy it and send it to anybody else. So yeah, you're right. They could. So, I mean, for a long time, yes, it is illegal. For a long time, what I would do when I would answer the questions, I mean, sometimes the questions were confusing because they were asking about different levels of leadership. And I'm just like, I don't know. In the last few years, I had really good supervisors. So I was able to give glowing reviews to them because they were great. They would communicate most of the time, but now everybody's gone. So it doesn't matter. So anyway, all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, none of that stuff is even relevant. Like, they're just so stupid. It's just, I don't know how that's going to go. Okay, well, let's get back to the questions. All right, I am going to go to my questions. I'm going to bring my camera back. All right, oops. I still can't figure this out. All right, I'm going to look at the taco takeover of DC. And they're bringing in troops from South Carolina, West Virginia, and Ohio. Like, that's even needed either. First, we had the stupid parade, and now we've got this stupidity. And I do want to go downtown and catch this. I need to I'm getting a new Metro card coming soon, so I can go down. I want to go to Union Station and start videoing. I want to go. So, I mean, with what's left of the summer. So I'm getting ready to do some things. So I've got new backpacks and all this stuff. So I can go down there and get in it. All right, taco takeover of DC. Let's go and let's see what the outcome is going to be about that. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to start checking this stuff off again. My pen. All right. I want to see what we can expect, or if this is going to last. I don't think it can last longer than 30 days. He has 30 days that he can do this. And he did fail in taking over the Metropolitan Police, which I'm glad about. I'm trying to remember as I'm reading on while I'm pulling this card. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to come back on this. So the DC thing, yeah, so they were trying to take over the police. Now, one of the things that I have conveniently on my cell phone, there is a scanner app. So I decided I'm going to start listening to the DC Metropolitan Police and EMS and stuff to see what's going on downtown. Well, basically nothing. It's not crazy crime down there just because, Big B's got himself in some trouble. Does not mean that it's out of control. The crime has dropped in DC, very much so. But it doesn't seem to be a whole hell of a lot going on down there, and probably Montgomery County, where I live, which is a more expensive county in Maryland. We might have more than what goes on in DC, because I listened to ours and it's like, good Lord, what's going on? We got car chases and all this stuff. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. We got the death card. How long is this going to last with these people? I mean, are they going to be able to, because I mean, they are harassing everyone down there. All right, we have the death card over here. So, hi, Eleanor. 2 tins of sardines to the White House since penguins' tariffs were increased. Oh, no. Oh, good for you, Carolyn. Yelling at Ohio. All right, so the death card. So, I mean, it's basically over. They really don't have anything to do, although they're planning on arming them. Just in case you haven't heard that, they're planning to arm the National Guard. So this is a problem. And they're already like attacking, delivery drivers and all this craziness. It's just out of control. So temperance. This is the temperance card we have. So it's just sort of like, I feel like with the temperance card, it's coming from some of the people who are in the National Guard, that they really don't want to be in this situation. I feel because there are a lot of cameras in DC, there are a lot of cameramen, there's media all over the place in DC. So and people with cameras. So I feel like they are walking that fine line. Like some of them are, and some of the stuff that's coming out, right, for entertainment purposes only. Some of the news coming out is creating a lot of stress for Washingtonians. So King of Swords. And so this is about having power. So Taco is really trying to amass his power. He's trying to go after DC. DC largely votes Democratic. It's just the way that the city is. It's been that way. I don't know. I guess historically we could look, but I think it's historically been that way for a long time. So he wants to, tamp down. I think he wants to use his. It's like it's a test run, and California is far away. And so he really can't oversee it like he can see what's going on in DC. So King of Wands is also here. So we've got 2 kings. So again, and if you look at this reading, I've got 3 majors in here because we have the devil over here and 2 court cards. So it does feel to me enough, if we're playing chess and we have the bigger, chess pieces there, it's just to me feeling like, and this is sort of a game to him, but it's also all about the power, all about maintaining it over the city with the King of Wands. So King of Wands is about doing things for the right reasons, but he's not by any account. All right, I'm looking at this card for a minute. I love the fire in the background over here. But what I'm getting from this card and visually, and I'm trying to approach these cards very different. Yes, 4 dead in Ohio. What? Oh, are you talking about? Oh yeah, Kent State. Okay. And we have the devil, and that's really where he's coming from, what he's about. It's a big loophole. Yes, DC is not a state. It is the District of Columbia, which is a federal city. Okay, that's why I can't be a state, guys. And they took it from Maryland. So if they're not going to do it, I want it back in Maryland. Thank you. It comes back to my state. Okay, because it's really in my state. So I know he doesn't. There is no governor. All right, so what do we have on my clarifiers? I've got the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Coins. So again, we have another major arcana and another court card with the Eight of Cups. This is my self-confidence card when I see this. Now, what's good about this, and I think a lot of people are starting to see it, at least when I do watch the news and I check the independent news agencies too, and this aligns with how I'm feeling about this. So he really is not confident. Taco is weak, guys. He's very weak. That's why he does all this crazy stuff, right? He goes and takes over cities. He's doing this stuff with the National Guard. They're trying to redistrict. All this stuff that they're doing is out of fear because they know they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. So he wants, again, there's power. This Queen of Coins. It's about, he needs to feel secure in his White House thing that he's doing. Oh, I don't even want to talk about how he's going to destroy the White House like they did the Rose Garden. I'm just beyond. There's a lot that's happened since the last time I was on. I was too angry to read on anything. So I don't know. That's going to keep going for a little bit, I believe. Oh, my hand is getting. All right. So I need to check off my DC takeover. I need to do this just so I'm not, getting behind here. I got to get that one going. This one. All right. I should probably read on the world leaders one. Okay. All right, before I do that, let me just check what's happening in here. Part of Virginia. Yes, and part of Virginia used to be West Virginia. Also, Virginia was huge. So, and there's so much to talk about too, because he's trying to rewrite history in the Smithsonian and everything. I mean, I'm not kidding. I've been so mad that I have not been able to come in here and read because I was like, it's going to be a rant fest. So I have to calm down, and I am ranting a little bit, and I don't care. I'm going to a little bit. So I'm on for however long. I'm probably going to miss my show in an hour, but I don't care. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me just look at, I want to go back to your questions too before I do that. I did that one. There's a question about government shutdown. I don't want to get to that one just yet. All right. So remember, you can put your questions in. So if you have them, put them in all caps so I can see them. All right. All right. What I'm loving is how Newsom is taking on the taco. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the tweets but they are fantastic. It's like he's channeling the taco. He's doing it in all caps and it's just epic trolling. It is the best trolling I've ever seen. Yes, a little passionate. I'm very, very passionate, and it just makes me go crazy here. All right, let's look on Texas. Let's look at Texas and Newsom, put that one all together. Okay. All right. I know his tweets and everything. So Texas has been going through it. Oh, do I want to use? I'll use the regular ones. Okay. So, yeah, we need to rant sometimes. It's good to share with others. Yes, that's true. And I know I need to be in here, but 2025 has been a very trying year for me. So I'm just not, but I have every intention of being here. So I'm just I bought all this computer and YouTube's equipment, and now that I'm off, but I'm trying to get Yeah, I've been trying to get comfortable with being retired, and I finally got my very first ever passport and my passport card because I would like to go on a trip out of this country for the first time in my life, other than Canada. Um, and I have my little card. So if I do want to go to Canada, I can just go and use that. Yeah, a lot's been happening. So I've been busy trying to take care of some things I need to take care of. So it's kind of a reason I haven't been in. And my birthday came and went. So a month ago from yesterday. My younger sister's birthday was yesterday. So we're like a month apart. It's kind of fun. All right. Let me see. How much is the card? Oh, I got that when I got my passport. They came together. I forget how much it was. What's first on my travel bucket list? I don't know yet. I think I need to do a lot of USA first, though. So I'm trying to work that out. But apparently I'm going to Ocean City, Maryland next month. So we're doing that because I couldn't make up my mind. I was waiting to get the passport and all that stuff. So I just decided to go to the beach off season. All right, let's see what's going on with the Texas redistricting. I want to know if Democrats are going to be able to push back on it. Guest room in Idaho. Ooh, I've never been to Idaho. That's an idea. Wait, I have too many cards. Apparently I can't count anymore. All right. I'm out of practice in here. It's ridiculous. Let's get busy. All right. Oh, yeah. Switch. All right. Let's get it up here. All right. Here we go. I am so sorry for this glare over here. Try to pull it back. All right. All right. We'll figure it out. No, you have to go to the State Department for passport. Passports are out of the State Department, Rose. U.S. passports. Yeah, it's a U.S. passport. It's the passport card. It's the same size as a driver's license. You can use that in America and on the borders. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that. I kind of like my own space too, though. Getting a hotel is all right. I'm okay. All right. Let's see. 2 of Cups. So I know it does. All right. So I'm looking at the Texas redistricting, and will the Democrats be able to beat this back? Okay. 2 of Cups. All right. So, cups are emotion, all that kind of stuff. And they are really, they're working together with like New York and Illinois and other states like that. But it does feel like, I think they're feeling good about their chances. It does feel like they're starting to feel good. The chaos that I see in here with the Queen of Swords, and I used to look at this a lot about truth, and it is truth too. What they're doing in the middle of the decade is ridiculous. It should only be done after a census, but they're trying to steal seats. There's no getting around it. Okay. That's what they're doing. I'm going to tell you, what it is as I know what it is, and I'm not going to call it something else. All right. We have the 9 of Cups too. So ours, I'm just going to call them MAGA. They're not Republicans. I'm sorry. I'm done. They're not Republicans. The MAGA, okay, people are trying to hold on to their power. Again, they're trying to be like, well, we're going to do it our way. We're not going to listen to you, and we don't have to do anything. We're just going to do it. I do see success here, all right, in what they're doing. This feels like they are going to be successful. But because it's going to get California and these other states to start redistricting, and they're going to, like Newsom is talking about, turning this thing around, and he's going to grab back seats in his state and to make up for that. And I don't really blame him. I think that it's a great way to fight back. Fight fire with fire right now. That's what needs to be done. I applaud him. And they have played dirty for so long. Oh, No, nobody's putting down anybody's states. I don't believe that. It's just everything's different. Everybody's living in, this country is a hot mess right now, guys. So everybody's dealing with it everywhere. Yeah, you guys, everybody's okay. Ooh, we got the devil. The devil's been coming up in every one of these readings already today. All right, so I know because this is, again, the MAGA reps. They're just MAGA as far as I'm concerned. There's no Republicans left. They're all just like going to do his bidding. They're still going to try to do it because Abbott's saying he's going to start another vote with the Democrats, but they're just going to be like, no, we're not playing. We're not doing it. They're trying to move this conversation along. It's like they're trying to they need to stop with this redistricting stuff. The MAGA, Abbott, and all these people need to stop. They're trying to get the conversation moved because, things are okay for now. It feels like everything's where it's supposed to be, but no, the devil made me do it, right? Taco is the devil, right? He's making him do it. He called Abbott and said, do it. Chariot, again with the moving, the inner will, but movement again, when I see the chariot, something going forward. So, but this is not answering my question. I feel like I need to re-pull. I need to pull more. I'm going to pull from a different deck. Let's go with Urban. I'm going to pull a couple from here. See if I get a better response. Let's see. Yes. I know, and I would like to see Texas, but with the politics, I don't know. And there are women who get pregnant and have, health situations, they can't get help. And I'm sorry, but to me, that's violence against women. So I'm sorry, it is. And I'm a former victim advocate in the 90s from the police department. If you're trying to kill women, I'm sorry, for entertainment purposes only. But if people have difficult pregnancies and you're going to let them die in the parking lot, I'm sorry. What are you then? So I'm sorry. It's dear to, that's something that trigger. Okay. All right. So what do we have? Will they be successful? All right. We have luxury. We got the 4 of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups, happiness. We have the Mage. All right. So will they be successful? I do feel the Mage comes in strong for me as, and we had the 9 of Cups in the other one, but this is a very different depiction. So with the 4 of Cups, it feels like there are people that are just not interested in playing this game. And of course, that's the Democrats. But we also have that. There are some, I guess I'm going to call them Republicans. There are some Republicans. I guess I shouldn't be so hard on all of them. There might be some in their, the Texas House that maybe don't agree with this. They're not voicing it though. So they may not be voicing it, but some people just want to leave it as it is. But with the Mage, it feels like this comes across as the Democrats, the magician here, because again, we see the magician with all the different tools. So they're finding new ways to fight back, and they still might have other ways that we don't know about just yet. So just hang in there because it could yet change. All right. So that's on Texas. Ow, my hand. I feel like I'm getting arthritis or something. So that has happened too, where I can't come on because my hands aren't working. So, all right. Yeah, so I'm not picking on Texas like that. I'm sure Texas is beautiful, but it's kind of like I don't want to go to Florida either right now. Even though Florida is beautiful, I'd love to go back to Florida. But I'm just kind of like I don't want to put any money in the economies of the way the states are treating their half of their people. So I'm kind of averse to that. It's like I don't want to take my money and spend it in a state where they mistreat people. So it's just that's me. So I've probably gotten more since all this went down, more outspoken about it. All right, I do want to look at Newsom. I want to see if I keep reading on Newsom in a lot of my other videos. So I'm trying to see if he's going to come forward as a leader, and he really is becoming, I think, a leader, and he's more and more. And I think those tweets really, I mean, those are rivaling South Park right now for me. His tweets are so good. It's like South Park is so good. I think they got a little scared this week after last week, and they didn't do a show this week, so they're coming back. If you're not watching South Park, you really should, because on this channel we support that. We definitely support that. So. I do. I'm the channel, so whatever. All right, let's go. Let's look at Newsom. Let's see how Gavin Newsom is doing. Yeah. I know South Park's been great. Oh, a young woman is doing it, but it sounds like him, like it's something he would do. It's great. I just say kudos. That's just well done. I mean, spot on. And you know, that's how what's his face talks. So taco. So it's class. All right. So I'm reading on Gavin Newsom here. So I got the Justice card. I think it is. I love this deck. This is my favorite tarot deck that I have. Okay. It always tells me the truth as far as I'm concerned. All right, we have the Justice card. So yes, so he's getting. Oh, I watched Dark Brandon. I watched that more. They've kind of gotten a little bit less lately, or maybe I have to go back to the channel, look at the actual channel. Okay, but Gavin Newsom. All right, so we have the Justice card here. So a lot of what he's doing, and the way that he's fighting back, and of course they're suing. The taco for everything that they're doing. And also DC is suing as well. They've been suing. They got them to back down in DC also on the police chief thing. Okay, I'll go back to DC in a minute. But yes, so Gavin Newsom, this is California. Yeah, so he's getting justice for Californians and for the country. Yes, it is on YouTube. And then we have the eight of wands. So this is that. A lot of info coming in. Okay. I have your question, Rose. I haven't gotten to it. I forget, was she one of your governors? You have to remember, I'm on the East Coast too, because I don't follow probably closely stuff in the middle of the country, so you might have to help me a little bit. I think she was. Okay. So we have the 8 of Swords also. So there's 2 8s together. We have the Moon and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So it feels like he's also there's a lot of energy in what he's doing with the 8 of Wands. There's a lot. Like he's also getting the spotlight. He also, Gavin Newsom, has his own YouTube podcast now. In case you guys aren't aware, he does do one. I just recently subscribed to it. So he's doing a lot of different things. We have the tweets. We have the, standing up to Taco. I have liked how he is fighting back against Abbott and Florida. He's not been afraid to take on the other governors. Yes. All right. But this is, again, a temporary situation here with the 8 of Swords. So it feels like that temporary crisis situation. We have the Moon. So there is some mystery behind it still. Like there's stuff we don't know how he's going to do, where he's going to, what he's going to do, well, what's going to happen next. Not what he's going to do. He's pretty good about communicating what he's doing. But it does feel like this could be winning. It could be good for the Democratic Party overall. So if Texas proceeds with this, yes, she was the governor. That's what I thought. I thought she was. So yeah, this could be successful for the Democrats. For him to come. Okay, I'm talking about Newsom. I'm getting myself mixed up in what my reading is. This is really bad, but this is about Newsom. All right, so it's going to be good for him. He will be successful. Goodness gracious. I'm like running off subject here. All right, let's see. Hermit, King of Pentacles. Okay. Yes. So, but he's definitely not a hermit. He's out there in the forefront. But he's strategizing. He's definitely strategizing. Gavin is. He is somebody who has influence. He's coming across with a lot of influence right now, and this is something that's good for the Democratic Party because he's sort of leading it. Is where I'm going with this. There are still some thing. I think it's tools in the tool shed that we don't know about. He's got some stuff that he's ready to pull out when he needs to. So he is strategizing. Yes. And then but when I see this card with him, I see he's just trying to he's sick of this, but he's not giving up this fight. He's going to, I know this is the walk away card. It is the moon. Again, I have a moon in here, but it is the mystery, but he is going to actually, as I'm reading this, it's not about him. What he's doing might get Texas to back off. That might be what that is. Just want to grab one more. Yeah, because it's causing, he's in it for the fight. It's not about him backing off. He's not going to go away. He's going to fight. All right, so that's what I got on that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so I have to sometimes look at these cards again and make sure I'm seeing it right. So, because sometimes, all right. Yes. All right. Yes. And Richardson. I think I remember her. I'm just getting to be it's all right. Let's see. Okay, Rose Blue. I forget what this question you had was about. What was this question what was that? Was that about was that about Ghislaine Maxwell? Oh no. All right. I can't remember what that was to. All right, let me go on with I think I haven't been on for an hour. Okay. Yeah, and there probably would be protests. I believe so. I think so. Around here, there's protests for everything, so I need to get into more. All right, I want to go on something that's of today. I think I might cut this show. It's been an hour. All right, so I'm going to read about the world leaders descending on DC today to support Zelenskyy and if it's going to have an impact. Let's look at that because that's today, right? So I want to look at that. That's timely. So let's see. I'm going to pull the Groovy Tarot. Let's use this one. In support of Zelenskyy. So I love that they're coming. I think it's Keir Starmer. We've got the German Chancellor Macron's coming. The France. There were a couple other ones. I think it's 5, right? So I want to definitely look at this one because this is happening today. All right. They're here to support him. And I did hear that the White House is being obnoxious already and claiming that he can't come unless he has a suit on. And it's kind of how dare you? They're so freaking stupid. He's fighting a war. He doesn't need to be getting fitted for a suit just to see that taco. No. All right, let's go back. Matt, I was furious. I heard that this morning. I'm like, how dare they? There's so much to do. I'm going to have to set up another show. I'll have to come back. I'll do it after this. I'll set up another one. It's Monday. I can get a couple more shows in since I don't go anywhere anymore. I go to the grocery. I have to go to the store for something. That's probably about it. All right. I might traipse downtown too. See what's going on. Not today, but I might go down during the work week and see around. Okay, UK, France, Germany, Italy, Finland. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, NATO. All right. Will they be successful? We have the star, which is hope, right? So what they do is they provide an additional backbone. I mean, Zelenskyy doesn't. He's got backbone. The guy's a rock star as far as I'm concerned. All right, so I have the High Priestess, the King of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Mike Rutt, yes. Yes, well, she wasn't wrong, Moonchild. Dumpy is a creep. Princess Diana was spot on there. Okay, where did I put my cards away? All right. So, all right. Yes, they're providing hope. They've got the High Priestess card. So they are very in tune with what's really going on. And they're going to be providing that emotional as well as political support. So diplomatic support. I think that's the word I was looking for. All right, King of Swords, again, more power. They are going to definitely, and I love the sword here because, again, as I was talking about the backbone too, they're also providing external assistance. And also, I'm not sure if they're all, I wonder if the whole delegation is going in. I sure hope so. It'd be nice to see them all sitting there with him. But I think that is also a sharp rebuke against Taco. I think it's good. And they've been working hard on a resolution to getting this war stopped and getting Putin to back off, which he doesn't appear to want to do. But there is a type of loss here. There's a defeat or a loss because I don't know. What's that about? I want to look at this card because that one feels very out of all the rest of the cards. Ooh, Tower moment. What? Okay. So I was clarifying this one, but oh boy. So this is a very interesting clarifier. Okay. All right. I need a minute to look at this one. All right. So I have the Tower. I've got the Three of Swords on both sides. Oh, make love, not war. Two of Cups. Hold on a minute. They are show of force and cooperation. So they're actually here. They're the ones trying to make the peace or to bring an end to the war because we have, like, to me, this is, okay, yeah. Right, the Tower, it's like the Russia, Ukraine sides here. It's like, I don't even know which one would be which at this point. But there is too much loss going on in both Ukrainians and the Russians, who don't need to be doing at all what they're doing. So I'm Slava Ukraine all the way. But all right, so this is just illustrating to me all the pain. But I'm focused on this one more. Page of Pentacles, good news. They have possibly other ways that they can help bring it to an end. And there's a Valor card. So, and they're very much, and this card to me is very much Zelenskyy. Okay. He really has shown the valor. He stands strong with his country. He's not giving up. He's going to fight. But, okay. So, right. There's too many cards out here now. I'm going to keep pulling these. I'm going to shuffle them. And I'm going to pull a couple. Yes. And that's how, yeah, I know there's so much to talk about. I have so much to catch up on, which is why I shouldn't take so long to come back in. But I have a lot of stuff to go on. All right. Trying to make sure that these are mixed. All right. Yes, the Tower on the White House side. Show of force, definitely. I know that's quite the reading, isn't it? All right, I'm just going to grab 3. All right, will they be successful? I just want a quick answer, so I'm not going to go and pull them all. Yep, this is how I do it. When you couldn't see me doing it, this is what I was doing. So, all right, the Emperor. Seriously? King of Pentacles, the Star. All right, well, this is Dumpy or Taco over here. We know who that guy is. All right, the King of Pentacles. This I feel is Zelenskyy influence. And so, I mean, I really think if Taco wasn't in the White House and we didn't have all this MAGA stuff, Ukraine would have completely had our backing. And he's very influential. He's well spoken. I think every time I've heard him speak, and he's trying to get his country free from this. Again, the star. I mean, I guess you could say yes. I guess that could be a yes card, because I mean, it is hope, right? I'm going to stand my ground. I don't know. I think it's a yes. So I think they'll be successful. All right. Well, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I was going to stay on longer. Maybe I'll have to come back to do the rest of it because I still have a lot to read on. I do. So I probably should come back maybe tomorrow to finish the rest and have to add new stuff on it. So I did Texas. I did Newsom, which I'll probably do again. The world leaders. I mean, I pretty much did most of it. So, in your questions. I think it was good. Red famine, yes. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I need to get back in here. I just am. It's just been a crazy year for me. So it's just I'm starting to feel retired, starting to like it. I know I need to be in more often, and I enjoy it when I'm doing it. So that's why I was kind of like, I'm just going to go in. I know I can do it. I'll be happy once I'm here. I'm very happy. So I love seeing all of you. Well, thank you, Carolyn. Thank you very much. I'm gonna put that comment up here. Thank you. I appreciate you too, because again, like I used to say on the old Inquisitive Tarot channel, that I'm here to do this for you also. And if we can provide some kind of support for one another in these trying times, and that's what we have to do. And we got to stick together, and we can't give up. And I mean, personally, I've had my own ups and downs, and I'm just like, I can't watch the news today. This is driving me crazy. I'm just getting mad. All I do is yell at the television when it's on. So it's just kind of like, I have to do some other things. So it's just, and to read on it some days, but I don't know. I'm feeling stronger, and I just feel like we just got to keep up the fight and not give up. So, all right. Well, everyone, have a great day today, and I will be back. I will see you soon with some more readings, and we'll get going on the other things. Maybe on the trip, I should I could try doing regular personal readings too, like in the morning or something. I don't know, before I go out. We can have the ocean in the background. So I don't know how warm it will be up there, but we'll see. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.